Hey, 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 good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Transform. I was going to say Healing Canvas, see transformative healing for trauma and mental health, or mental health and trauma, whatever way you want to look at it. On tonight's episode, I thought we could just do more of an open discussion leading up into the holidays, Christmas time, then, New Year's. Then we have 2025 coming. And so on this episode, leading up for the month of December, what I try to do is stay more positive and keep on topics that were more uplifting, more encouraging, more inspirational. And so kind of wanted to do an open discussion, kind of see how we can support each other for those that have some difficulties leading into the holidays and things like that too. That's all right, Sly. It's fine. I know his hair is kind of wonky. And so I just wanted to open up the chat, open up the floor and see if we have any questions, in ways that we can support each and every one of you on, during the holidays, around the holidays. It doesn't even have to be about supporting. We can just conversate and talk and things like that too. Check in, see how you all are doing. What are your plans for the holidays? What are you doing? What are you cooking? Just kind of a general chat just to see what's going on with everybody kind of today. So I can kind of give you an update. If I haven't, I don't know if you're friends with my husband on Facebook. I try to tag him in a lot of my posts, but I am now a certified neurographic specialist. And so I'm pretty proud of that certification. That is the art that I talk about a lot on here. And so I finally received my certification a few days ago. This morning, our day started off kind of crappy, where I'm just going to be very transparent. As you all know, the holidays are a very rough time for me. And so I try to look at the good of Christmas, the good of the holidays, the glimmers per se, coming into the holiday season. And glimmers are kind of like looking for the positive things. Merry Christmas, Michael. Thank you for being here, you and Scott, week after week. Sly, I really appreciate each one of you always being here. And so, I try to look at the glimmers. I try to look at the positives. And so, the positives are obviously spending time with my husband, my family. We have family that's coming in from out of town. They're coming in this evening. And so, I'm starting to realize that, Christmas is about, spending it with my family, with my children and things like that too. And things like that. And so, my one son my oldest son, he lives in Michigan, which is probably about 3.5 hours away. So unfortunately, I don't get to see him a lot. Him and his fiance, they work so much. And so, we don't get a chance because he lives way up in Michigan where like it's really cold, it snows, and you never know. It's like kind of like Ohio weather. 1 minute it's nice, the next minute you have a blizzard, and then all in the next minute it's raining and everything's gone. So you just never know. And so we don't get to see him, very often either. Well, we do have another son that lives locally, and there's just been some ins and outs battles with him and his girlfriend since October of last year. And so, today I finally said, I think I'm dealing with coming from a Christian aspect of things. And I don't say this to be a wisecrack or anything like that, but I think I'm dealing with the spawn of Satan at this moment, at this time. And so I started to realize, holy crap, like I had to call in my troops. I had to call in all my prayer warriors because, sometimes things aren't of this world. Sometimes they are, of different entities like, I don't want to say demons, but strongholds and, different entities that we're dealing with. And so, so we got a call today that, my son, his girlfriend, and my grandson, they will not be joining us for Christmas, and my heart is broken. And it brings up a lot of things for me, a lot of rejection, a lot of feeling. I don't really want to say unloved, but in a sense, unloved. It just brings up and rips open that wound of the abandonment wound that I struggle with, that I'm trying to repair. And it just seems like every time I open up and let him in, boom, something else happens. Boom, this is what happens. Um, and so it's just a part that I finally, Sly and I had a conversation, and I finally said, and he's like, I've been preparing myself. And I said, well, I've been preparing myself as best I can, but as a mom, how do you, like, how do you really prepare yourself? I mean, you know what I mean? And how? And so I just said, you know what? I've come too far in the last 3 years of my journey, children or not, family or not, um, to really, say, I love you, but I need to step away from you. My negative lifestyle, I don't need anybody else negative in my circle. I had too much of that over the last 45, 46 years of my life. I don't need that anymore. So is it hard? Absolutely, it's very hard. But you know what? The day will go on. I will be able to spend time with my other kids, with my other family members that are coming, and we'll just have a good time. And so, just wanted to let you know, be transparent and open about the things that we're dealing with. Because sometimes people seem to think that, oh, well, things go wrong in everybody's life. I don't care who you are. Um, Last night, what was pretty fun. I'm going to call him Charles because Sly just doesn't, you guys call him Sly, but Charles, I just feel weird calling him that. Um, Him and we were in the kitchen. We actually got along, which was pretty amazing. No, we really do get along most of the time. But we ended up making what they call white trash. We made two big things of that, and if you're not familiar with that, it's actually really good. Um, and so the recipe is like one of those big chunks of almond bark. We actually just watched some videos on YouTube, but it's like one of those 16-ounce. I think it's 9 cups of Chex Mix, one of those big almond bark. We did pretzels, and then we did peanut M&Ms in one. Then we did everything that I just mentioned, but we did regular milk chocolate M&Ms in the second one because somebody that we know can't have peanuts. Um, then we made puppy chow, and like a dork, I didn't read the directions. And so, I'm sitting there melting the chocolate. I'm like, man, I swear that I think this chocolate is melting. And I was like, I don't even know what's wrong with it. And so I opened it up after being in there. Like I kept trying to stir it and I was like, man, yeah. So the puppy chow. So I'm trying to melt the chocolate and do this and do that. And I was like, man, this stuff is like turning white. I must be burning. I had no idea what I was doing. Well, next time I know to read the directions because I did it wrong. You're supposed to put the butter and the peanut butter in with the chocolate to make it melt. Well, I don't like reading directions apparently. And so the first batch that we made, I missed the vanilla too. So the first batch that we made has probably like freaking 5 pounds of powdered sugar on it. So the kids are probably going to have a sugar high. And of course, the second batch was obviously we followed the directions and stuff like that. But it was just kind of funny. I was like, yeah, well, that's what we get for not following the directions. Hi, Anna. Merry Christmas Eve to you too. And so it was just funny. It was just funny, that there. And so tonight after we get off here, we are going to decorate cookies. I bought like a sugar cookie decorating kit from a lady that makes the most phenomenal sugar cookies. So we will, decorate our sugar cookies and stuff like that this evening and stuff like that. And so what's everybody else up to? Enough about me and what's going on in my life. What's going on with you guys? Are you guys ready for Christmas? Preparing for Christmas? What are you guys doing Christmas Eve? What's going on for Christmas? Do you guys do you have snow? Do you have a blizzard? Like what's going on in your neck of the woods? It's no snow here, but it is raining and so I guess I'd take a little bit of rain over snow, but it would be nice to have snow on Christmas. So what's everybody up to? What's everybody doing? Another distance or distant. Oh, okay. So yeah, it's 19 degrees where you are. Oh yeah, I don't know what it is here. It's freezing where Scott is. Scott, you have any snow yet? I don't know. It says well, it says 39, but it feels like 32. So It's chilly. Part of me kind of wishes it was snowing and then, you could go out and I could go out and build a snowman with the kids, which is, always nice too. Um, so 19 degrees, it's cold. We've had a couple really chilly days. A couple weeks ago or last week, it was really chilly. Um, and so my kids, the bus used to come two doors down when my mom lived two doors down from us. And then we ended up moving out in the country. And so they don't come down this way anymore. So my kids have to walk. I don't know, what would you say? About a quarter of a mile or so they have to walk. I guess that's what it would be. And so, some of those mornings I get up with my son so he doesn't have to walk. And of course, my daughter's only in first grade, so we drive her. But I've been trying to get up and drive my son because it's just too chilly. And, the buses are unpredictable. We have a bus app, but, sometimes it could say it's coming at 8:30 and, it comes at 8:15 or it says 8:15. It doesn't come till 8:30. So it's nice if it's chilly. We got the car with the heat on, so I don't have to worry about him getting out, which is always nice too. 10 below. Holy mackerel. Yeah. See, that's freezing. Yep. 0 when you left for work this morning. Phew. Yeah. I'm like, yep, it's chilly. That's why I like to hibernate in the winter. I'm not ready to give up the cold. I know we all complain about the cold. It's funny. We're all in cold climates. We're not, but I just feel like this is me personally. I just feel like if I move to a state that's warmer, like as much as we complain about the cold, it's just funny that Christmas wouldn't be the same if it wasn't cold. Christmas wouldn't be the same if it didn't snow. Sometimes it doesn't snow anyway, but being in a warmer climate, it's just weird. Yeah, frog fishing, absolutely. I mean, when the weather, hopefully winter doesn't last long, and then you guys can get out and really start fishing and stuff like that, and really catching up to a lot of those southern states that are warmer where they're already starting, they're fishing still or they're fishing again now and stuff like that too. So it's funny because even with fishing, I was thinking last night I was going to be a wise guy on the live and be like, oh, I did say I only caught one, but I was going to be like, how can I promote fishing for like a mental health strategy? It doesn't help me. But I was like, yep, nope, it's fine. And so it does help, now that I'm learning, what different things are and stuff like that. So it really stinks. Scott, what are some of the things that you're doing? Because it really does stink. And I am really sorry that that you're dealing with this. And because it's just something, none of us want to get outside. It's freezing out. Hi, Finn. Thank you for being here. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to you as well. Yeah, I remember that in when it was so cold like that and it was freezing our heat. That was when our heat and all that stuff, it was terrible. It was like the heat couldn't even keep up to anything that we were doing in the house. It was so dang cold. And then we had an ice storm. I don't remember what year that was. And then we had an ice storm and the heat went out, or the electric went out. So therefore we had no heat. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is ridiculous. And so, yeah, it's just nuts. So it's kind of like, oh, it's crazy. So Scott, as as we talked about and stuff like that, and not just you, because I know there's other people that deal with SAD. It's seasonal affective disorder or seasonal affective depression. And so there's a lot. And like I've said before, I really believe that a part of me probably has a little bit of that, and stuff like that, and kind of when you're used to being outside and you're used to being out in the warm and the sun, because that's like our natural immunity that gives us our vitamin D, helps us with our energy and stuff like that. And when that's taken away from us, it's like, what do you do? Like, what can you do? Because it's like sometimes we go stir crazy just sitting in the house. And so I like the idea that you're doing puzzles, that you're organizing, you're fishing, and you're journaling. I really like that you're doing that. And, and really focusing on, sorry, I just realized I was kind of swiveling in my chair. So I apologize, because if I don't pay attention when I'm doing it, it would make me dizzy if somebody else was doing it. So I apologize. Just pay attention to like what your body needs or what your body wants. Really pay attention to that. I know sometimes we don't like to sit in that uncomfortableness, but really looking at things like that, on how you can redirect, your thoughts and your emotions to more of a positive way, reinforcing those in a more of a positive direction. And so I like that you're doing puzzles and, organizing your fishing gear and your journaling and stuff. Journaling is huge. Journaling is one of the, it's a big, kind of a self-care, because you're literally getting a lot of those thoughts, a lot of the emotions, a lot of those thoughts on paper. And so I could probably write a book, and things like that too. Another thing you might want to try, Scott, is doing guided meditation. There's just go on YouTube and type in guided meditation, type it in. And some people don't like to have things over their ears while they're listening to it. And that's perfectly fine. I'm one of those ones, like if somebody's going to come in the door, I want to be able to hear you. I don't want to have, headphones on and then all of a sudden I can't hear you and you scare the bejeebies out of me. No. So basically what guided meditation is, it's where you, lay on the couch and you have it on your Bluetooth or your phone or whatever. And they guide you through this meditation process. And what it is, it's kind of like, it's mindfulness and relaxation all in one. And so what it does is it takes what's going on in your mind, and you're focusing on what's going on in the guided meditation. And so there's a lot of them out there. And that's one of the things that I would recommend. Another thing that I would highly recommend for you to do is to probably look at doing, not just you, but anybody else that struggles with that. I would highly recommend doing some sort of like somatic exercise or somatic movement. I don't like to use the term exercise, but it's a somatic movement. And so a lot of times what ends up happening is as we've talked about before, with the way that, depression, anxiety, a lot of that stuff ends up sitting on the cellular level. And so John Hopkins on YouTube, John Hopkins Hospital, I believe it is, they have a lot of somatic movements that they do. And sometimes it's just a matter of, standing and kind of having your back. And let me show you. Sorry, I have my, you'll see me. I have my Grinch PJs on. You can't see them. So it's like, my chair. But it's kind of, so you can see my Grinch PJs. I'm warm out here. But it's kind of like just going like this. And then what you're doing is you're just kind of dangling. And I know it sounds kind of strange, but what you're doing is you are releasing because you're stretching. So where I'm stretching at is in my back. And my arms are just kind of dangling. And so those are the types of exercises you can do. Another exercise that they can have you do, and I do this a lot, if you have shoulder pain, like in between your shoulders, what you can do is I'm like, I really need to go to the chiropractor, but it really does work. And so you basically take your shoulders. I don't know if you can do it. If you have shoulder trouble, it might be ineffective. I don't know. Just don't hurt yourself, but bring your shoulders back, like your shoulder blades, like you're touching. Oh, my back just cracked. And so you want to bring your shoulder blades back to where they're almost touching. And, count to 10 and then release slowly. And then wait a couple minutes or whatever, and then do it again. And so it's exercises or movements like that that actually is releasing the trauma and stuff that's stored up in there. So it's not like you're actually exercising, you are, but it's a form of movement, just to kind of give you an idea of some of the things that you can do. Watching movies, there's a lot of times that I'll watch the same movie a lot of times because I know what's going to happen, and it's a movie that maybe makes me happy or makes me feel better. And so those are the types of movies and stuff that I'll watch and stuff like that too. And So yeah, so those are, hopefully, some of those things will help you. And the weather will start warming up, um, and really start helping. Um, when the sun is so high up, there's not a whole lot you can do. But if I don't know if you get sun in your windows on certain days or how it is where you are, but you can always sit in front of the window and let the sun kind of absorb in. What you're doing is you're warming yourself up, but you're giving yourself vitamin D naturally, which is an immunity booster. Another thing that I want to recommend to you too is your diet. I don't know what your diet looks like. If you eat healthy, if you eat unhealthy, I don't know. But just making sure that you're taking pre and probiotics. I'm not a doctor, but this is just things that I have learned, that gut health, because your dopamine and serotonin is actually made in the gut. So it's like right around 90-95% is made in the gut. And so you need carbohydrates, and there are good carbs and bad carbs. And so you need carbohydrates as transmitters to transmit the dopamine and serotonin to your brain. And so people that eat McDonald's every single day, or they eat junky fried foods or something like that, they have a higher rate of depression or anxiety, or I shouldn't even say those two. I should just say mental health challenges than somebody that does not. And so there's a doctor that I follow out of New York. Her name's Kelly Brogan. She is a psychiatrist, and she's a holistic psychologist, or psychiatrist, sorry, which means she does a lot of the holistic alternative healing versus medication. And so what she does is when you go to her, you work out like a more of a nutritional schedule. I don't really like to say diet. It's just a nutrition change. And so she starts implementing all of this food and all of these things that help you get your gut health back to optimal performance. And in the process, what it ends up doing is you start overcoming the challenges that you're facing, whether it's anxiety, depression, things like that too. So there's a lot of things that you can overcome by the gut. There's a lot of things that you can learn to overcome through the things that you're doing, and things like that too. So those are some things that I noticed that really helped me, is really looking at, my gut health. What am I eating? What am I fueling my body with? And things like that too. So, because if you're eating junky, not saying that anybody is, but if you're eating junky and you're eating, or you're drinking soda all the time, if you're drinking, sweetened drinks all the time, that takes away. And actually, between that and then stress, you're really lowering your immunity. And so right now is the best time, because there's a lot of different illnesses and viruses hopping around. So you really need to make sure that you're taking care of yourself, myself included. So what else is everybody up to? I did, another good thing that for me, waiting on, you guys to chit chat. So it was kind of funny. So I filled out to be a substitute teacher, way back when was that? Way back in September. Well, I filled out the application wrong because it's like really screwed up anyway. Like it's whatever. So I ended up filling it back out. It was like the first part of October, like October 3rd or whatever. And finally I waited, and it had to go through like an extra step of them looking at stuff. And I was just like, this is ridiculous. Because I have a misdemeanor on my record. And so it had to go into like their managing attorney had to look at it and all this stuff. So in the process, I'm like, I'm not even going to become a substitute. So I ended up yesterday, I sat out here in my office and I just ripped up all the paper. I said, I'm not even going to become a substitute. This is stupid. I'm not even keeping any of these papers. I'm just going to throw them away, because if it, whatever. And I just said, God apparently has he has something different in store for me. And so I recorded a video. And I'm going to start doing monthly. Actually, it's a monthly membership, but we will draw 2 weeks, and then we will look at everybody's drawing on the third week. And so it's a way to help with depression, anxiety, fears, relationships. There's so many things. I'm revamping my website because I changed my name's still the same, but I want it to be not towards just trauma, but I want it to be towards mental health as well. And so today I opened up an email, and what did the email say? I was approved to become a substitute teacher. I'm like, All right, God, I guess it's all on your timing. But I literally ripped up all of the paperwork yesterday, and I was just like, so. So we'll see. I will have to obviously get all the new paperwork and stuff like that. But I'm just like, that just goes to show you. But see, I had been waiting. I've been waiting since October, and I thought, well, I'm never going to get it. It's fine. And so sometimes I have to wait and be still. But I'm still dealing with the patience. I need to learn patience, and I'm trying, but it's the stillness that gets me. Like many, I don't like sitting in the still. I'm learning, but I don't like it. But I'm really learning to just sit and be still and just listen. And just listen to the quietness. Like if I stop talking in here, it's so quiet. Very, very quiet in my office. And I like it. It's very peaceful out here. I think that's why everybody likes coming out here, because it's very peaceful. Not saying that my house isn't peaceful, but it's just peaceful. It's quiet, and I like the quiet. So what's going on in everybody else's world? What's everybody making for? Do you guys do anything Christmas Eve? Christmas Day? Do you cook? What are you guys doing? What do you guys do? So I don't know what we're doing for, I know tomorrow we're going to play games and stuff like that too. And just, just chilling for Christmas, Scott. Yep. Yeah, Christmas Eve, we usually, like I said, get together and we'll have some snacks and stuff, play some games, and things like that. So, and so I'm just like, oh, hi, Carol. And kind of figure it out. Merry Christmas to you too, girl. So yeah, your guys cook hardly. Yeah. See, Charles, I guess we kind of like take it, but he is the better cook. I will say that. He really is a better cook. And stuff like that. So, when I first met him, it's interesting because when I first met him, it was funny. Like I was afraid to use any type of seasoning. So I wasn't really the best cook. And he's like, you just got to start using seasonings. And if this, and this. And so now I'll cook. And there's been this one recipe that I really want to try. And I think it's pork chops with like bacon gravy or something. And I was like, oh, and it showed up on my feed again. And I was like, oh man. I really have to see about making that. So we'll see. Yeah, Michael, you're right, because I do need a good immunity if I'm going to be working in there. So yeah, I've thought about that too, working and stuff like that too, and just really working with everything. Hi, Isaac, come on in. Working with everything and trying to figure stuff out. Or I'll come say hi. And really working on everything that we're doing and things like that too. So, to get my immunity boosted, I'm on a live. So, really get my immunity boosted and things like that too. So I try to take my vitamins. I found a place that I do all natural vitamins. There's no fillers, anything like that. So more organic and stuff like that. So, and that's okay. Celebrating after Christmas is fine. I always say it's fine. My brother and I, we haven't talked. We've been kind of estranged from each other since 2019. And when I went home in August, we kind of started talking again. And so we were talking. I said, you know what? I said, everybody celebrates Christmas on the 25th. But how many people, we should just wait and celebrate it like after Christmas, because that's when everything goes on sale. So, if you're spending $100 on something, you might as well wait and get it for 50, and then you can get double. So, things like that would be pretty cool. I'm like, oh yeah, that's pretty awesome. But I think that, yep, celebrating anytime, really, honestly. So, Um, we have, like I said, we have, you know, some Charles's family's coming in, and well, they're here actually now, but um, so it'll be nice. It'll be a nice time and stuff like that anyway, and see what happens anyway. So yeah, well, I finally finished all of my wrapping. I need to buy some eggs because I really do want some deviled eggs. But I'm just gonna have to see if I can find. I think there's like a place up the street, like a little mini farm, because I am not paying $6 a dozen for eggs. There is no way. Those things better be lined in gold. It's just ridiculous. The prices of eggs are just nuts, and stuff like that too. So I'm like, it's crazy. So um, it's just nuts, all of that stuff. So what do you guys usually have for Christmas dinner? Anybody? What do you guys usually have? Do you go traditional, non-traditional? What do you do? I don't know. Is there even a traditional? What is it like? Turkey on Thanksgiving and then ham on Christmas? Because we are non-traditional people. We don't do traditional. We don't celebrate Thanksgiving for Thanksgiving because there's a lot of stuff attached to Thanksgiving. We celebrate Thanksgiving because of what we're thankful for. And so we do non-traditional. So sometimes we'll do we'll do ribeye, whatever. So and so yeah, ham. I think that's what we're having too, ham. For Thanksgiving, we ended up having a boneless turkey or whatever it is, boneless turkey breast. I don't know, something like that, and stuff like that. So yeah. Ooh, Carol, that sounds good. Do you make your own cornbread? I'm sure you do. You're a Southerner. I'm a sweet girl, so like it's got to be sweet cornbread. I can't stand the other cornbread. I guess that's just because that's what I grew up on, and stuff like that too. So yeah, see, we're all going to your house, Carol. So just make sure that you have enough. We'll arrive on Christmas morning, or it might even be before. I don't even know how long a drive it is, but see, yeah, see, yep, I know. I like it to be a little sweet. So I just use Jiffy Mix. My life's too complicated and too busy to worry about making it homemade. So, yep. So I'd like to learn how to make sourdough cinnamon rolls. Now you're gonna make me hungry. I'm gonna be going in there trying to eat everything because now we're talking about food and stuff like that too. It's like, oh man, yes, we know corn cake. Yes, yes, yes. So we're going. Yep. See, where's the nearest airport? Yeah, it probably is. I guess I'll have to look into it, right? So, because I do like even buying it from the store, like they already made. Sometimes it's just over sweet. Sometimes it's just like oof. So my taste buds are kind of like out of whack since we were sick a couple years ago. I don't know, my taste buds are like really out of whack, and so things are like super sweet or they're like super. So makes it kind of wonky for my taste buds. So yep. That's why I asked her. I'm like, "Where's the nearest airport? We're flying in. You got a spare bedroom? Some floor? I'll sleep on the floor of the couch. We can even put a tent in the backyard." Well, see, buttermilk. Oh, what do you mean till it's right? One egg, buttermilk till it's right, and two. Yeah, you guys. Well, Scott, we could come grab you in Vermont, but we're going the opposite direction. It'll be what, 16 hours to you, 16 hours back here, and another what, 8 to 10 to Carol's house? Holy mackerel. Oh, so the buttermilk, you just eye it then. So you don't even really have a, okay. Is that what that means? Just eye it for the buttermilk? Oh, there you go. Michael, you pick them up. Okay. Well, I'll have to get some stuff and try it then, and see. Because yes, like I said, some of that stuff, it's like, ooh. Oh, I'm sure you are. I've already told Charles we need to get up that way, and go up, and and we'll figure it, like get up to the East Coast and stuff like that anyway. And it would just be nice. It would be nice to meet whoever's on the East Coast, be able to meet you guys, which would be cool. So I already got to meet Miss Cairo, so that was nice. That was really, really nice. So got to meet her. There you go. And I'm gonna sit with my water and a chair, and I'm gonna watch you guys. Oh, so Michael is close. Isn't Michael's in New York, right? I believe, right? And then you're in Vermont, so thank you. Yeah, it would be pretty neat just to have us all get together. That would be pretty cool. All get together and just fish. The fish hate me anyway. Every time I put my rod in the pond or in the whatever we're fishing out of, they like to run away. Everybody catches around me but me. So, I'm used to that. So you sure did. But I'm like, it'll be okay. It's good company. I guess that's what I'm starting to realize, that fishing is about fishing and good company, and not always about catching fish. It's just, again, about sitting in the stillness. Be still and sit and talk in the open air, I guess, because who's going to listen? I can't say who's going to, excuse me, who's going to listen, but meaning who's around to really listen if you're kind of out there and just kind of fishing by yourself and stuff. So that makes it nice too. Oh, that's not too bad. 10.5 hours. That's not too bad. It would just, yeah. That would be a challenge with kids, especially my 7-year-old. Holy mackerel. I remember, oh, hopefully the weather is good for you guys to drive up that way and stuff, or maybe we can get together and so and see. That would be cool. And kind of see. It would be like I said, I mean, it would be pretty neat to get the ones, that are close in. Um and like Jermaine. He's over, where is he at? Is he in Maine, or where is he? New Jersey, Maine? Where the heck is he? New Jersey? Wherever. But I know he's on the East Coast, so I'm just saying it would be really neat too. So, and stuff like that too. So, absolutely, Scott, we would love to meet you. No, I don't blame you. Uh, I think I don't know which way did you come? Did you guys come up like 75? I don't remember which way you guys. Okay, New Jersey. That's what I thought. Uh, um, Yep. What throws me off is because of the name, and then he goes by Maine, and then I was like, "Is it Maine, New Jersey? Where does he live?" And then I remember, oh yeah, he said he's not too far from New York, so like a hop, skip, and a jump from Manhattan. So then I'm like, okay, it's New Jersey, so thank you. But yeah, I mean, I would love to be able to for all of us to get together and stuff. I even said to Gramps, like, um, I know there's not probably like a whole lot of bass fishing on Lake Erie, but I was like, you know what we could all do, although you probably wouldn't get me on a boat because I get motion sick. I said, but what would be cool is to get everybody to go up to Lake Erie and rent out one of the charter boats, and then all of y'all just go and do do your charter boat, and then we could all hang out like for the whether it be for the weekend like you guys do when you go to your tournaments and stuff like that. I just thought, oh, that would be something cool too to be able to do, and everybody get to know everybody and stuff like that too. So um, I just thought that would be something pretty cool because not everybody can afford or take off work in order to go down to those tournaments and stuff. Just like not, I get it, not everybody will be able to do the charter boat, but I just thought it would be kind of a neat thing in a neutral location to get some other people coming in to come on Lake Erie and stuff like that. So yeah, I my motion sickness is it's bad. It gets to the point like that I think I shared this, but you weren't. But what ends up happening is that if I'm moving my clothes hangers, just moving them back and forth, it makes me dizzy. Like if I'm hanging clothes or I'm looking for something, it makes me dizzy. Um, and it's just like, oh man, oh yeah, well we're all crazy, Scott. So we'll all fit in together really good. We'll be called the crazy crazies. And so like when I was younger, when I was in Massachusetts, and yes, I know they do, but I just don't want to get all the way out there, and then all of a sudden I don't feel good, and then they got to bring me back, or I'm laying down on deck because I feel horrible, or laying on a bench. That's not fair to you guys. So, but we used to go like whale watching and things like that. Even in August, when we went back to Massachusetts, my daughter and I, the majority of the plane ride, I kept my eyes closed because even though, we were traveling pretty fast and a lot of people can't recognize it, I could tell that we were moving. Um, yep. So I'm just like, okay, yeah, that's gross. I can feed them all right. Yeah, I mean, you could, which is fine, but then that kind of ruins it. Like I said, it ruins it for everybody else when it defeats the purpose, I guess. So, I mean, if we can just fish from shore, I'd be okay with that. But it would be nice. We used to go when I was younger. I guess it just didn't really uh, maybe bother me. I think it's just the older you get and things like that too. But we used to go whale watching in school, and I would ride, even riding the boat ride, like instead of the train or the bus, they have a boat that you can go into Boston and stuff like that too. And so we would do that too, and I'd be all right. But sometimes it's just like, holy mackerel. Oh yeah. Oh, you poor thing. Yep, got nicknamed. Oh, you poor girl got nicknamed C. Yep, Seasick Queen. The only time I tried it. Oh yeah. Nope. You better just stay. You better just stay. Like my daughter, just to tell you, like even my daughter and I, we went to Plymouth to see, like, Plymouth plant. It was the Mayflower, and it's in the water, and so you know how it moves a little bit with the water. And I was holding on to the sides, going, "Oh, this thing is moving," because I could feel it going back and forth, and I was like, "Yeah, this is not good." And so it sucked because we kind of, not that we rushed through, but I was trying to hurry up and go through it and not really pay attention to it going back and forth. But it's just interesting how, maybe it's when you get older, things change or your equilibrium is off or whatever. I don't know. But I was just like, it's just odd. It's just odd how things like this just bother me. And so, I just really, it gets me dizzy, and I really have to I don't even close my eyes. I just have to like refocus a minute and be like, hey, wait a minute, what am I doing? And stuff like, I used to be able to play on my phone in the car. I can't even do that anymore because it makes me sick. And I'm like, oh, this is just hunky dory, isn't it? So, yeah, and that's what I mean. Like, I just don't want to ruin it. But I'm just throwing things out there. I just think it would be something cool to, to get a bunch of people together. And Carol, you come, you and I will sit. We'll sit on the shore and fish as long as the water's not churning and white capping a little bit. I'm fine because my eyes, for some reason, like to follow the waves, and then I just make myself even crazy. So, so, oh yeah. See, no, I was fine because I could still ride even after my kiddos. I used to ride all the roller coasters and do all kinds of stuff, and then boom, I don't know. It was like within the last couple of years, probably 3, 4 years, maybe. It's like, man, things have just been like wonky. I'm like, holy cow, this stinks. I agree with you. I'd stay on shore too. New Hampshire would be pretty. The New Hampshire coast would be really pretty. Um, so, that would be really, really good. I like New Hampshire. We go up to Canopy Lake, and then we've gone to Water Country in New Hampshire, and so that's really nice too. I don't know. You're probably further away from that, but we used to go up there almost every summer. My family and I, when I was still there. I don't blame her. I'd have to stay close to the shore too. Yep, I'm with you. Wow, 12 miles out. Holy mackerel. See, I haven't skied in a long time, but I love skiing. But see, the problem with skiing is, you have to have, when you fall, you're supposed to have upper body strength to kind of lift yourself up. Well, I don't have any. I've never had upper body strength. I could never do any of the chin ups, pull ups, whatever. Um, and so, um, yeah, it's crazy. And so with skiing, I'd always have to take my skis off in order to get back up if I fell. So now I'm just like, nope, I don't have any. So 12 miles out on your kayak or 12 miles out? What were you doing 12 miles out? Good for you. I like to call yoga somatic movement. I don't like to call it yoga because where it originates from. Some people don't care, but I do. It's just where it's from, where it stems from, the back history of it. So, but that will really help you with upper body strength and just strength or just strengthening your whole body. I did one round of yoga and I was sore for days, not to like scare you. But I was just like, yeah, there's no way. I'm too old for this baloney. Like they need a beginners, and I know that they have it. Okay, big boat. I was thinking, man, if you're on your kayak, holy smokes, that's a long way to be out on a little thing. And so um, just listen to your body and stuff like that, because I'm telling you, you don't want to be sore where you can't move, or you're going to sit down to go to the bathroom and you're so sore you can't. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news. Oh, well, chair yoga. See, there you go. Good. Yeah, because I'm like, there's no way. I mean, I can get on the floor, but then I have trouble getting up off the floor. So as you know, you can relate with having joint issues and stuff like that. It's very hard. So good. Chair yoga is good. And it will help you. I mean, it'll definitely help you even with doing, upper body. It'll help in other areas too. Yeah, well, then she might fall asleep. She might fall asleep and then overdo it and really be in pain. Oh yeah, I guess I should have known that. Like I guess you would have been in the ocean. So yeah, that was kind of a duh on me. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be in the ocean with sharks either. I don't blame you. So, like, yep, I don't blame you. I wouldn't want to lose mine either. Well, I don't have one, but I wouldn't want to lose it either if I did have it. It's kind of not worth it. That's why you won't get me on that lake either because there's gators. I. Yeah. Nope. I'm like, oh yeah. I don't know. You know, you got gators and then you got sharks, and then where we got those, what are those snakes? Water snakes? I don't know, whatever those water snakes are. I think I'd rather have them, but that's still nasty. Them suckers fall out of the trees, jump in your kayak. I'd be jumping in the water. Those things would scare the dog crap out of me. Be like, yep, see you later. Like, yeah, no way. Yeah, because I remember when we went to Disney, they had all kinds of signs. Like if you know, be careful, there's gators, watch out, da 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 da. I'm like, yep. Oh wow. See, yeah, no way. Yep. I get it. I get it, Carol. Yeah, it sucks. I'm in between, like I used to do it. We're in between two people that do. I let my card go. So, but I don't have to worry because I don't have a CC, so I ain't worried about that. Yeah, big lizards that like to eat you. I mean, yeah. I mean, oof. No. I mean, I'm sure they're probably pretty big. I mean, sometimes. I don't know. I might just stay on the shore and stuff. I don't know. I get too nervous. I'll be trying to flip out. I'll be trying to get paranoid, get out of the kayak, and then all of a sudden I'm tipping over. So, and I'm sure there's some big ones down there. I know it's a big lake, so I mean they're all over, but still, I'm a magnet for things like that. That's just how things happen. Never fails. See, exactly, Scott. I agree. Yep, I'm with you. I don't like being in situations that I'm not top of the food chain. Yep. Was a baby at 6'2". Holy smokes. Yeah, see? Woo. I mean, you'd probably swim faster and come up out of the water. That's crazy. Yeah, see? Is was that the size of the one that you shot? 6'2", right? No, they're not above you. You're above, like, I don't know. Is it you're above them because they'll eat you in a heartbeat? I think I've ate gator too. I've had gator, and didn't we have it at the fair? Gator and rattlesnake, I think. Yeah. Yeah, that was a big one. So do you make like gator soup? What do you make with it? Or like, is gator like chicken? Oh, what are you going to do with his head? Stuff it? You going to like stuff it and eat it? Or what do you do with the head? I know they haven't ate you yet, but see, I'm not going to say like you keep fishing down there, but I'm just saying like they are freeze dry it. Oof. Hmm. Interesting. Wow. Yeah, that is pretty costly. That's crazy. So what do you make? So what do you make with it? Do you like, I mean, like with the gator? Does it taste like chicken? Seems like everything tastes like chicken these days. Beaver. A rabid beaver. Yep. Just throw out some bad leftovers. Well, I don't know what, I mean, I don't know. I might have had gator before. I don't know what it tastes like. Tastes like gator. Well, yeah. Okay. Gator. I don't even know. However it's spelled. Okay. I don't even know what it is, but okay. Sounds interesting. There you go. All right. Oh, it can be fishy. Hmm. Interesting. Yeah, I think my days of like eating a lot of fish and stuff like that. My dad worked at the fish pier and we would have fish like all the time. So if I never have to eat another piece of fish in my life, I'd be okay. Be like, oh, it's okay. So I'm just hoping that well, there you go, Scott. She can overnight you some. I'll have to look it up and see what it is. Let's see. Excuse me. Oh goodness. Definitely look it up and see what it is and all that stuff. So we are coming up almost on an hour. I didn't go live. It took me about 3 minutes after. Um, oh, well, I can't do spicy. So that's why I really like when you said the jambalaya. I was thinking of Zatarans. I was thinking of Zatarans, like red beans and rice. I was like, oh, that stuff is so good, but I die with heartburn. I was like, yep, can't have that. I was going to pick up some of that at the store the other day. And I was like, yeah, no, I can't even have that. And put like some smoked sausages or something. And I was like, yeah, no. It's just, it's too spicy. The spice gets me. Excuse me. I'm a wimp when it comes to spice. Um, because of my stomach. I mean, I can't even have pink lemonade. Um, yep. See, I heard. I think that was what your son was saying that night on the live that you make some good red beans and rice. Now that would be good as long as it's not super spicy. Um, would be good. So, oh, good. That would be good. That'd be really good. I like to try different things too, and um, so that'd be really good. Now, is that the spice that whatever that andole, whatever? Thinking of like ratatouille. And Dewey and Dewey. That kind of like what makes ratatouille. I've never had gumbo either. And Dewey. Oh, okay. Nice. Well, we are coming up on an hour. Um, I just wanted to check in, see how everybody was doing. Um, oh, ratatouille. Yeah, it was just funny because it, when you put it on there, um, Ratatouille, because the ending is the same. And so zucchini and squash and tomato sauce. Oh, I guess, yeah. I like zucchini and squash, but I don't know about tomato sauce. So, um, but your red beans and rice does sound really good. Yes, does sound really good. That's why I said we were talking about food so much. I'm like, man, now I'm hungry. Gotta go in and decorate cookies um, with the kiddos, and then I can have a cup of tea and have me a cookie. So and stuff like that too. So, um, oh, good, good. So next Monday will probably be the same. We'll probably I might have a topic for next week. That's a week, away and stuff, and see what next Monday brings. Um, After starting the first of the year, just to let you know, I think I'm going to change. Um, I think I'm going to change my time. I'm going to start doing probably about 7:30 ish, um, and kind of see venison rotel dip. So deer dip, deer rotel dip. I was thinking, so our neighbor, or it's like deer sausage. Is that kind of what it is, Caro? That's what I'm thinking, Scott. Like I'm like, man, I didn't want to eat, but I'm just gonna have to go have a cup of tea and have a cookie. But then again, Lord knows I'll probably be trying to eat other stuff. Man, we made that white trash and that puppy chow and whatever else, and so I'm like, man, oh man. Okay, that's what I thought. Now that's actually not too bad. I'm not much of a deer eating fan. Um, Sly did make some steaks or something, I don't know, last week and or whatever it was when he hit his $1 million deer. And actually what I tasted was really good. I was shocked. And so, it was really and so popcorn's really good too. And stuff. So kind of see what happens. So thank you, Scott. I just wanted to kind of check in, see how everybody was doing and give you all my love and support before the holidays. And again, I know that winter is tough on everybody. So that's why I said, close to 1 million, right? I mean, just check in, see how everybody's doing and things like that too. And just so that, I do care about everybody and just making sure that everybody, uh, everybody's doing well and stuff like that and all of that. So, kind of go from there. But I hope each and every one of you, you have a good Christmas, or if you're celebrating after Christmas, you have a good Christmas, however you celebrate. Take care of your mental health, by doing a lot and all of that stuff too. Well, I'm glad. Yeah, it actually really is good. To have it that way, to make it in the like the deer sausage and stuff. So, um, and you know, just take it one day at a time. And before you know it, hopefully the winter will kind of fly by and we'll be smooth sailing from here and things. And then you know what, you guys will all be out on the water pretty soon. And maybe we can talk more about setting up something and all of us getting together and doing something and make it like a neutral destination or something like that. So and kind of see what kind of happens and stuff like that too. So I guess that was one way for him to kill one or to get one or whatever. And stuff like that too. So, and everything. So there you go. You call them for your fishing fix and stuff. And that's what I love. I love seeing the friendships that are formed, and things like that too. That's what I love. I love seeing your community come together and all of you just being there for one another. That's very heartwarming. To see and stuff like that too, and just to be able to hang out with all of you here and kind of talk and share and things like that. I really like that as well. So I hope each and every one of you again you have a good holiday, a good Christmas, and we will be back next Monday, same time, 8 p.m. And if we don't have a topic, well, I'll pick one and kind of figure out, keep it until after the new year and things like that too. So as always, I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. And if you ever want to draw, if you ever have the opportunity and you want to draw, I'd be more than happy to comp one session with me and things like that too. So I would love to be able to work, even like Scott. We've talked, even you, Michael, Caro. I need to get Sly in on this. I don't know. I might have to. I don't know if I could work with him. No, I think it would be good. Even my daughter wants to try it and things like that too. So if any of you, you ever want to try it, let me know. And happy holidays, Merry Christmas. Be safe. I hope you hope everything goes well, not just for Christmas, but mental health wise and things like that too. Take care of you, take care of your health. Self-care is very important during the holidays or any time during the winter, not just the holidays. So make sure that you are doing something for self-care for yourself. I love you guys, and I will see you next Monday. Good night, everyone.